So this video is being shot at 4K 60 frames per second, and I'm using an internal microphone. So guys, please let me know how the quality is. With that said, let's begin with the video. Hey guys, Brady Biker here. Hope you're all doing well. It's a nice early morning actually. It's about 7 AM I think. So I'm just going to drop my sister at her college since she doesn't have a vehicle. So I'm using this to have fun with my dear motorcycle, my 1997 Yamaha RXG. So this is just an update video as on how this motorcycle is doing, what's been done to it off camera, and other small stuff that I may remember to talk on this vlog. So first things first, last video, actually that was my first video ever recorded on this new camera of mine. This is a GoPro Hero 10 Black. Costed an arm, a leg and a kidney. Not very cheap at all. So that was a major investment. And so when I recorded this, a lot of people did tell me that the audio quality was not very clear, and many people had suggested me to get this microphone adapter for it, this Type-C to 3.5mm jack. So I got that, and then I've also gotten an external microphone that I've routed inside my helmet. So I hope the audio quality is comparatively a lot more clear. I'll just drop a clip of the previous video now, so that you guys don't need to go and check it out. So just check it out here and then let me know if the difference is evident. All the new subscribers who are new to the channel, I had an AXOR V50 Pro, and I have upgraded from that to this, and I hope it's a day and night difference with what people are seeing. So that's the first thing. Second thing, I'm not very consistent with my videos. I actually have a lot planned, but not really able to get the time to work on it. Once I start getting a little bit more free, hopefully by mid to late March, I think most of my works would be completed, so I can actually sit and spend time with my motorcycle with you guys, making videos on these cool two-stroke motorcycles. So that's the plan. The third thing, now I'll start with the kind of updates the bike has got off camera. So these are things that I did not really record, but has been done. So there, first things first is the entire clutch assembly has been rebuilt of this motorcycle. So I'm still using the same RXG's primary gear and clutch bell. So that's 22 teeth on the primary and 71 teeth on the clutch bell. What I've done is I've changed the clutch plates, the steel, the pressure plates, the clutch springs, and I've just reset the bell so that there is no rattle and stuff, and the few usual things that we do on a clutch rebuild. So that's been done. The second thing is that I've changed the carburetor. So before that I also fixed up the kicker assembly, the kickshaft assembly, along with the clutch work. The kicker was giving me some problem at times, so I just had it rebuilt. I had to change the spring and the bush. So with that in place, it works well, no problems there. Yeah, now the second thing is that I've changed the carburetor of this motorcycle. Reasons being that the old carburetor had started to develop few issues that I did not really know how to solve, and giving to mechanics, they told that they also don't understand why it's doing it. So the problem was that it was sputtering, like the engine won't go beyond 6000 rpm. But she started properly, started in one kick. I didn't have any problems on mileage, but she will not accelerate beyond 6000 rpm. So I thought it's just a rich condition, and I started diagnosing. The problem got a little bit better as she started to rev more than 6000 till 8000, but beyond that, lot of smoke and lot of sputtering. I did everything that I could, right from changing the slot, the clip on the needle slot, also changed the spark plug, did a lot of things, cleaned up the head, decarbonized them, a lot of things I did, but no avail. So I sold off the carburetor to a dear friend, actually gave it off. The same guy who gifted me this handlebar, so I had given that carburetor to him because he runs a garage that's solely dedicated for two strokes like the Yamaha RX series, the Shogun and stuff, the Suzuki Shogun and stuff. So I thought maybe this carburetor would be a good donor carburetor where all the parts inside of it is original, you know, Mikuni OE. So he can use it, you know, maybe to diagnose other bikes. So that carburetor has been given off. I've gotten a different carburetor actually, not too different, but an original RXG carburetor instead of an RX 135 carburetor. The RX 135 carburetor is labeled as 4TL01, but RXG's carburetor is labeled as 4TL00. I'll just put up a picture right now, you guys can see it. There is not much of a big difference. A beautiful Hero X-Pulse. I love that bike actually. Yeah, anyways, there is not much of a difference on the way it functions. It's pretty much the same. The only difference is that instead of having a cable choke, you know, the wired one, where you have the plungers, I mean the control here, where you can see now it's missing. But in that choke, it's an RX100 type, it's a pull type. So that's been done. So I actually like the pull type more than this one. I mean, this is more convenient, but that looks better to me. You know, there is no this big massive thing here with a wire going down. I kind of didn't like how it looked, so it's just OCD. So that's been done. The next thing is that the front number plate assembly has been changed back to normal. If you guys are new to the channel, if you guys have are yet to check out the way I had mounted the front number plate, basically it's quite unique. Basically I used a small clamp that sits on the same mounts as the front mudguard. So the number plate used to sit on top of the front mudguard. It looked cool, it looked quite different. The problem with that is that I was facing some vibration issues. So the plate started to rattle a lot, and both the edges of the plate started to break. I'll just show a picture right now. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll have to find a solution for this before using it. So that I'll do sometime later. So I think for the number plate, I think I need to use some sort of a frame, you know, this plastic frame. But I did try using that, but didn't have much of a success. You know, it looked a little bulky and not to my taste. So I just got rid of that, and I'll be reusing it because I like it a little bit more in terms of looks. Only the fact that functionally it's not perfect, so that needs some work. The next thing I did is that actually the best thing I did for this motorcycle, apart from this handlebar, the mirrors, the disc brake, the best thing I did for this motorcycle is that I internally cleaned and anti-rust coated this petrol tank. So you might think this is nothing, I mean it's normal, but the best thing about it is that our old bikes, so many of our old bikes, you can see rusted tanks, dirty tanks. With the petrol being dirty, we use a filter, and even that gets dirty pretty quickly. We get starting issues, performance drops, mileage drops. You know, we need to frequently clean the carburetor. This thing is always there, and it's risky, especially if you're not very experienced. You know, you can mess it up pretty quickly, like how I did it. I messed up the whole carburetor. So right now, due to the fact that my tank has been coated, the petrol is pretty clean, like it is not mixed with rust. Internally the tank is very clean, so the petrol is also clean. This means the filter also remains clean. As it's clean, the petrol flows properly. You know, it is not intermittent or no such problems experienced. So because of that, the bike starts very easily, and performance is awesome, and mileage is also very, very good. So that's the best thing I did. You know, I got this carburetor sometime in October last year, and trust me guys, I have not even touched this carburetor after that. Before installing, of course, I just did a usual basic cleanup and then installed it. I used new fuel pipes and a new filter, and it's been over 4 or 5 months, and I've still not touched this filter, this pipe, or this carburetor. That's how good it is. I don't have any problems, and even the filter is visually clean. You don't see any dirt or debris or anything like that. So that's just wonderful, wonderful stuff. So I think I'd suggest every person with a two-stroke motorcycle or even a vintage bike to get your tank internally coated with epoxy primer, because it's just wonderful stuff. Because you know, stuff like starting trouble, performance going down, frequent reliability issues, you know, stuff like these are usually associated associated with old bikes like these. But you know, you're able to fix most of it just by having everything clean. You know, the air filter clean, the petrol tank clean, the fuel clean. So everything just works well as intended. I don't have any problems with it. So this is something that I strongly recommend everybody to do it. Unfortunately, again, I wish that I was able to record it on my camera, but I couldn't. So that was there. Next thing that I did on this motorcycle is that this tachometer has been calibrated. This too I had to do off camera, and the kind of a sad thing about it is that the person who helped me do it doesn't want to reveal how he did it. So he want to keep it as a secret, because he says that a lot of people who had learned to do it really spent countless amount of time, hours and skill to learn, and so that they can get a living out of it. So he asked me to not spoil the livelihood of people who do this for a living as a profession. So I can't do it for free and spoil it for them. I totally understand the way how he told me. So that is there. So this tachometer works pretty nicely now. Again, it still has issues because it's not designed for this motorcycle. Sometimes it does go crazy. Even after all the work, it does go crazy. Sometimes it will jump right to 12,000 rpm and stay there while the engine is idling actually. So a few issues are there, but as you can see, the idle is below 3,000 rpm, and you know, it's showing almost correctly about 1,750, almost 2,000 rpm. If you guys didn't know, this is from Yamaha RXG, a 4-stroke motorcycle. So it's an electronic tachometer. This is very different from the usual Precol tachometer that we see on the beautiful BMW GS310R. Anyways, this is very much different, totally different compared to the mechanical tachometer that we see on the usual RX setup. You know, the one that's from the Yamaha RXG. So that's quite different. This one is calibrated for a 4-stroke engine. So when I hooked it up to a 2-stroke engine like this, it was showing twice the readings. So thanks to that guy who really helped me to calibrate this thing, because I kind of love how these old school systems look. So thanks to him, I got this calibrated. Nice bike, sir. Oh shit, he's wearing something, he won't hear me. And apart from that, that's it. You know, I got this sticker straight out of Japan that I stuck on this oil pump side. Since I mean the oil tank side, as I don't have an oil tank, there is this glaring hole there. So I just used it to close up that hole so that it just looks nicer. I did replace this tail bulb, you know, the stop light. It's a little unreliable, kind of ridiculous, because it keeps blowing up pretty frequently. So I'm having to change it a lot of times. I think the terminals start to wear out pretty quickly. I'll just share a photo right now, you guys can check it out. So I think either I have to work on making the springs better, or you know, use a solder on the contact points and do something there. So that is there. If you guys didn't know, these mirrors are from Suzuki Shogun, along with this handlebar. Actually, this is also from original Suzuki Shogun. These ones are not originals. These are from a company called as Autobird, but they are crap. That's all I can say. I mean, they offer much better visibility than most modern bikes actually, but the problem is that they are just too loose, as you guys can see, and you don't have the screw that most mirrors have to tighten them so that they stay well gripped, but that's not present on these mirrors. So no way to tighten them. I did try to do some jugaad, like placing a well folded piece of paper on both the sides to stop it from moving around so much. Nothing worked. So this needs replacement sometime. Other than that, nothing else, guys. I'm just going to take a short tea break now. So thanks a lot for watching. That's it for this video. If you like what you're seeing, do consider dropping a like below. Do comment down your video suggestions and video requests. I shall put in my best efforts to get it done for you guys. Do share this video to fellow enthusiasts, fellow two-stroke owners, so that the channel can have a wider reach, a better reach. Do subscribe to the channel for more two-stroke content. Keep the blue smoke alive. Thank you for watching. Bharati Biker signing off. Have a wonderful day, guys.